2 events down in the B-Division for the Team Quadrilla Marble League in Season 5, and 1 team has already reached 2 medals in 2 events. The Hazelnuts, a former B-Division champion, has done very well to start off in the lower division, but we'll see how they fare here in a brand new event, the Combination Pursuit. We just saw this event in the A-Division. Some of the teams in the top flight of competition did struggle to adapt to this multi-terrain event, so we'll see what these B-Division teams can do in the 3rd event. Hazelnuts took the lead ahead of the Slime Balls in the last event, the Quadrilla race. Deserters with the gold jumped up all the way to 3rd place. It's great for a team that was last place in the B-Division last season. But this, the Combination Pursuit, really an event of adaptability and choosing what to prioritize. Some teams want to get a good lead in the Quadrilla so the other team can catch them in the Gravitrax, while others may be conserving it for the Gravitrax because you want to be bunched up and not lagging behind in the final part of the course. The Oceanophidians and the Death Hatters will show us how it's done. The teams that didn't show us how it's done in the A-Division Combination Pursuit, but just to give every one of the test teams a chance at this event. Oh, one of the Oceanophidians did fall off the course in the Gravitrax, but I think they might have got the win either way. The Oceanophidians, with their first 3 marbles, did manage to have string together a great Gravitrax run. Despite being a bit outpaced by the Death Hatters coming into the Gravitrax, you can see on the bottom right, one of the Oceanophidians just fell off the course there. But they did manage to really carry speed towards the end and get by the Death Hatters. Very well done to the Oceanophidians. That is an example of a match that can be very close in the Quadrilla and be determined by the Gravitrax. But now, for the main event, the Sinister Sprinters and the Nickel Knights. Nickel Knights seem to be faster in the funnel, but Sinister Sprinters are carrying more speed now. The Sinister Sprinters racing with only 3 marbles. I don't know where they've lost their last marble. Nickel Knights will also lose a marble, but the Sinister Sprinters are well out in front. Nickel Knights are going to try to make a charge. Ooh, they nearly got by, but some contact there sealed it. The Sinister Sprinters come across the line first, and they will get the win. Both teams lost a marble. We saw one of the Nickel Knights, the exit of the funnel, the last one in fact, did fall off. One of the Sinister Sprinters must have been lost very early, so it's really a matter of getting all 3 of the remaining marbles for both teams across the line, and it was faster for the Sinister Sprinters. They will advance to the quarterfinals, and Nickel Knights' difficulties continue in this B-Division. Well, not the slowest time we've seen in the Combination Pursuit. But now, Hazelnuts and the Winter Icicles. Hazelnuts, the championship leaders of the B-Division, Winter Icicles, sitting down in 12th place. One of the Icicles very far out in front, ahead of the Hazelnuts. Hazelnuts are more bunched up though. Oh, but they're really lagging behind at the entry to the Gravitrax. Winter Icicles, easy victory here. The Hazelnuts, they really tried to have a last-ditch effort there in the Gravitrax. But you can see they stalled so much in one of those hexagons early on in the Gravitrax run. It was fairly close between the 2 teams in the Quadrilla. The Winter Icicles were very strung out, but in terms of 3rd marble, I think it was fairly close. But across the line, over a second, the Winter Icicles will dethrone the championship leaders. This is good news for the teams close to the top of the standings, who are trying to contend for that top spot. Hazelnuts, not happy with stalling so long in the Gravitrax. Now, Deserters and Majestic Melons in the 3rd heat. Majestic Melons got the win in the Quadrilla Pursuit last season, though they aren't very known for their success in the Gravitrax. They're really trying to amass an early lead here, but one of their marbles very far in front. The other 3 marbles not keeping up. Deserters should be on pace to at least match the Majestic Melons here, and they are, but the Deserters have lost a marble. Majestic Melons across the line will get the win here. Very well done by them. They were the favorite among these 2 for sure to get the win here, especially with their success in the Quadrilla Pursuit, but they didn't really pan out for them in the first half of this run. Really came together in the Gravitrax, which they're not known for their success in. So maybe that's something that they've worked on in the off-season. But by over a second, they will beat the Deserters. Losing a marble for the Deserters, that really killed their run there. Racing with 3 marbles, and they were not particularly quick in the Gravitrax, so the Majestic Melons will move on to the quarterfinals. They will face the Slime Balls or the Floundering Fish. Now this is interesting. These 2 teams have gone 1 and 2 in a Gravitrax Pursuit before, back in Season 2. And both definitely stronger in the Gravitrax. But Floundering Fish have a bit of a 2-2 split going here. Slime Balls look fairly consistent in the Quadrilla, and they look faster, but the Floundering Fish are right there. Can the Floundering Fish string together a good run here? Oh no, the Slime Balls did a great job of bunching up together. Gravitrax is really where the Slime Balls excel in. They've done so well in Gravitrax events in the past, and they continue to exert their fine form in Gravitrax here. you can see their first three marbles all bunching up very well, none of them lagging behind. The final straggler, they, I think, knew that at that point they were not going to count for this, and the Slime Balls will get the win over the Floundering Fish with a pretty good time, I might add too. They will face the Majestic Melons in the quarterfinals. Now, Celestials and the Rock Pools, two teams that were in the B Division last season. And the Celestials got relegated last season, Rock Pools very close to it. And the Rock Pools are doing a great job of being bunched up, but they're not particularly quick. The Celestials are faster, and the Rock Pools might have lost a marble. Celestials should have easy advancement here, and they do. Rock Pools losing a marble there, and they were already on the back foot coming into the Gravitrax. They were very bunched up, but that gave me a false sense of security for them, because they were doing a good job of keeping it close, but they weren't quick at all in the funnel. Celestials, with their first three marbles well ahead, pretty much into the Gravitrax already by the time the Rock Pools exited the funnel, and the Celestials will get the win in advancement. Not even close once again. Some of these early heats in the B Division, real blowouts in this event. And that could be attributed to the amount of DNS we are seeing, much more than in the A Division. Now, Aquamarines and Team Nectar. Aquamarines coming into the B Division after Season 2. Team Nectar has been in the B Division all 5 seasons. Their first two marbles are ahead of the back two. Aquamarines look more consistent on the far side. Oh, and they're way faster than Team Nectar. And Team Nectar's lost a marble. Oh, it's so over for Team Nectar. Aquamarines across the line. Another demolition of a match here in heat number 6. The Aquamarines on the far side, much more consistent. You aren't seeing that same gaps as you're seeing with Team Nectar. Their first two marbles are kind of close, but they're on pace with the back of the Aquamarines. So at that point, the Aquamarines, easy victory for them. Sub 17-second run, which seems to be a lot better in the B Division than in the A Division. Times not particularly as great as the top flight of competition, and Team Nectar mid 18-second range. That's not good for them. Now, Mountain Climbers and the Olive Orbs in the penultimate heat. Oh, one of the Olive Orbs will get stuck. One of the Olive Orbs will get stuck very early. You can see on your screen. And the Olive Orbs are now racing with just 3 marbles. Can the Mountain Climbers use this as an opportunity? The Olive Orbs are keeping pace though. Mountain Climbers need to do some catching up now. And the Olive Orbs, despite racing with 3 marbles, their first 3 marbles well ahead of all 4 of the Mountain Climbers. What happened to the Mountain Climbers? They were so slow in the Gravitrax. They were kind of on pace in the Quadrilla. You can see Olive Orbs might have had the slight edge. No, it was really, really close coming to the second section. But no, Mountain Climbers, terrible in the Gravitrax, getting stalled in pretty much every possible point, and almost 19 seconds. That is a very slow time for the Mountain Climbers. The Olive Orbs, wouldn't even think they had lost a marble with a performance like that. They are going on to the next round. And for a team in the relegation zone, that's great for the Olive Orbs. Now, in the final heat, Heliospheres and the Amber Animals. The Heliospheres look a tad bit faster on the far side. Amber Animals are going to have to do some catching up here. One of the Heliospheres will fall off. Amber Animals, could they use this as their opportunity? One of the Heliospheres is being caught up a little, but they're still out in front. Amber Animals almost make a move. Did they make a move for the lead there? They're back to the second and third marble, closing up right towards the end, and I think they might have got by the Heliospheres. The Heliospheres, you can see on the far side, one of them falling off there. And their third marble is fairly close to the back Amber Animals. And it is the Amber Animals that did manage to get by the Heliospheres. Those final 2 marbles made all the difference there at the end. And the Heliospheres are only get 12th place to show for it. Floundering Fish will get the best of the rest. Then it's the Nickel Knights, Hazelnuts, the championship leaders coming to this event. Only 5 points from this event. So, things towards the top of the standings especially might be experiencing a shake-up as we move on to the quarterfinals. Sinister Sprinters and the Winter Icicles in the first one. Winter Icicles subbing in Stalactite. They did that in the heat as well. Helped them out there. And we'll see how they are against the Sinister Sprinters. Ooh, secondary camera not quite working for this one, so we'll have to wait for the marbles to show up in the Gravitrax. Winter Icicles seem to have the edge. Sinister Sprinters only racing with 3 marbles here, and I think that's their undoing. Their back marble needs to get by 2 Winter Icicles, and it's not going to happen. The Sinister Sprinters will be knocked out here. We didn't quite see the Quadrilla section, but I think it's safe to assume that Winter Icicles were faster there. They did seem to come out of the Quadrilla in first, and less than a second in between them, but the Winter Icicles will get the win. And for a team down in 12th place, this is much needed points for them. They have a 75% chance of their first medal of the B Division. And yeah, one of the Sinister Sprinters getting stuck there in the exit of the funnel. It's not good for them. That was their undoing. Now, Majestic Melons and the Slime Balls, two teams that had perfect attendance in the A-Division of the Team Quadrilla Marble League. Both didn't qualify this season, battling it out for a semi-final spot. Majestic Melons trying to do well in the Quadrilla section. They've done well in this event before, as I've said earlier, and they do seem to be ahead. Both teams have lost to Marble. Slime Balls, can they use this as an opportunity? It's not going to happen. The Majestic Melons have really worked on that Gravitrax in the off-season, it seems, because they've done so well at holding on to a lead after doing well in the Quadrilla. And the Majestic Melons are going on to the semi-finals. Have a chance at their first medal of the season. They were disappointed to miss out in the Quadrilla race, an event they've done very well in the past. But they have a good chance at a medal here in the combination pursuit. And the Slime Balls are gold medalists from the first event of the B-Division. They're going no further. Now, Celestials and the Aquamarines, two teams with huge victories in their heats. We'll see what it is here in the quarterfinal. Celestials seem a tad bit faster. No, Aquamarines are right with them, though. It's going to be close coming to the Quadrilla. Pretty much neck and neck going to the Gravitrax. The Aquamarines have started to take a lead. Celestials, they've lost to Marbles somewhere, and their back two Marbles are very slow in the Gravitrax. The Aquamarines will get the win and advancement. It was about neck and neck as you can get. Coming out of the Quadrilla, you can see both teams good formations in the funnel, and the third marble coming into the next section, pretty much neck and neck. So all Gravitrax run for the Aquamarines, very well done by them. 17.04 seconds, that's a good time. Mid 18-second range for the Celestials, and one of their marbles did lose out there in the transition. That was their undoing. They're going to get probably 7th or 8th place in this event. Now, in the final quarterfinal, Olivorbs and Amber Animals. Olivorbs down in the relegation zone. They would love a top 4 finish here. Amber Animals with a great comeback in their heat. Oh, but they look faster this time, trying not to make a comeback, trying to keep the lead here. And they've lost to Marble, though. Amber Animals have lost to Marble, and so have the Olivorbs. Olivorbs lost to Marble, but the Olivorbs are ahead here. And the Amber Animals have done it again. Their final Marble. That took the perfect line there at the end of the Gravitrax, and the Amber Animals have pulled off the comeback yet again. They are on their way to the semi-finals. Oh, the Amber Animals are doing great and being so far back in the Gravitrax, and then taking the perfect line, threading the needle past that Olivorb to get by them. The Olivorb is absolutely stunned. They will only get 6th place in this event. The Amber Animals, they are a team to watch out for, especially in the Gravitrax in the semi-finals. They will face the Aquamarines, but first we will see the Winter Icicles and the Majestic Melons in the first semi-final. Majestic Melons, Honeydew, the captain, sitting out in this event. It's Cantaloupe, the vice-captain, taking the lead, and maybe that's helping them, especially in the Gravitrax. But we'll see if they can beat the Winter Icicles here. The Winter Icicles have looked good in their first 2 rounds as well, but so have the Majestic Melons. The Majestic Melons are faster in the Quadrilla. Winter Icicles going to need to do some catching up, and I only see 3 marbles of the Winter Icicles. The Majestic Melons with their first 3 marbles, easy victory for them, and the Majestic Melons are going on to the final. They've been clinical in the Quadrilla, just like we expected, but in the Gravitrax they've really come into their element, and the Majestic Melons are going to be a force to be reckoned with in the final of the combination pursuit. The Winter Icicles racing with 3 marbles, and they were all very far behind the first 3 Majestic Melons. 18-second range for them. They are on their way to the bronze match. But now, Aquamarines and Amber Animals in the second semi-final. Who will face the Majestic Melons in the final? Amber Animals have pulled off some great comebacks in their heat and the quarterfinals. Aquamarines going to be a tough opponent to beat, though, and they look pretty fast on the far side in the Quadrilla. They're definitely faster than the Amber Animals. Aquamarines, all 4 of their marbles ahead of any of the Amber Animals, and the Amber Animals cannot pull any comeback here. Amber Animals will be knocked out. Their run in this event has come to an end. They can still play for a bronze against the Winter Icicles, but the Aquamarines are going to face the Majestic Melons in the final. The Aquamarines have also been clinical in the Quadrilla. They've been at least on pace, if not faster than every one of their opponents there. And in the Gravitrax, that was wonderful for them. 16.11. That is the fastest time of the day in that semi-final. And they are getting their first medal ever in the B-Division with at least a silver. But now, for the bronze, Winter Icicles and the Amber Animals here. Ooh, Amber Animals had some difficulty in the entry to the funnel. They looked fast there, but the Winter Icicles absolutely pounced on that, and the Winter Icicles are first into the Gravitrax. Amber Animals also struggling on the transition, but they're trying to come back in the Gravitrax. Oh, they're really trying to come back. They almost did that. Definitely faster into the Gravitrax, but I think the Winter Icicles did hold on. It was the funnel that was their undoing for the Amber Animals in this bronze match. They had a terrible entry. You can see just how far in front the Winter Icicles are. By that point, they had already established such a good advantage that despite the Amber Animals really closing up towards the end, it was not to be. By 4/10, the Winter Icicles will get their first medal of this B division with the bronze spot. Despite losing 1 marble there, I didn't even catch that. Winter Icicles only raced with 3 marbles, still managed to get on the podium. It's great for them. But now for the final. Majestic Melons and the Aquamarines will get the gold here in the combination pursuit. Ooh, Majestic Melons having some difficulty on the far side. Aquamarines also fairly slow with their back 3 marbles. The first marble well ahead, but the back 3 are going to be close to the Majestic Melons. So it's going to be close here in the final. Aquamarines are ahead with their 3rd marble though, and the Majestic Melons are not going to catch up. The Aquamarines will capture gold in the combination pursuit in the B division. Their first marble was so far ahead, and I thought it might have been an issue of speed for them in the near side. But the Majestic Melons, with that difficulty in the entry to the Quadrilla, they had a bit of a hiccup there. And that allowed the Aquamarines to get ahead in the Gravitrax and stay ahead. And 16.81, that is good enough to capture gold in the 3rd event of the B division in Season 5. The Aquamarines, their first medal ever in the B division, and it's gold in their 2nd event in their 2nd B division, in their 3rd event in the 2nd B division. And it's the Majestic Melons, their first silver medal ever, and the Winter Icicles, good job to them for getting the bronze. So after event 3 of 8 in the B division, the Slime Balls retake the lead based on the tiebreaker here. The Aquamarines who jump up 5 spots into 2nd place. Hazelnuts drop to 3rd, and it's the Celestials, Majestic Melons also rise up to 5th place. The next event will be back to the A division for the sprint, and after that, the obstacle course.